You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Well, frankly, sir, I think I'm about to make your day a lot easier.
Making your day, Ambassador? She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Hold on. Earthborn human is confused.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
And this something of value can be anything? I'm assuming you found something that was more... Let's see. Would I want to know what something of value is, or would I... Yeah, we'll ask what something of value exactly means, because that's a pretty subjective term.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
And I'm assuming what you found was knowledge, correct?
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
How did it become
I
separated?
thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
Well, they probably do, but I mean, she is a Quarian, sir. She can probably handle it.
What did you find out?
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
Aha! We've got him.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
That's absolutely correct. We've definitely got him, but conduit?
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Reapers. Why does that ring a bell? I don't know. Somebody enlighten me.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Wait a minute.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so far-fetched, sir.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
Great.
The Council is just going to love this.
I mean, they need to know about this, though.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her, the Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I mean, are you sure? It wouldn't be interfering with your pilgrimage, would it?
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
Man, Garrus and her have got some spunk, don't they?
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Okay, so we have our evidence against Saren. We also have this whole thing about the Reapers. And, you know, they are a threat. And I know I said they're a threat and we need to tell the council, but I have a feeling it probably would have been better to say, will they believe it there? Because considering how they weren't really believing us on the whole Saren thing before this, they probably won't believe it, but we'll take care of that later. So Garrus was in the investigation with this whole mess, so he's going to come, and Tali has the information available with her, so she's going to come with us. And that is how the party will roll for a little while. Excuse me a minute. I'm just gonna see if this has anything on it now. I've been curious for a while. Usual energy ratings. Well, we're gonna send in a recon team now. I'll have to give these mission reports to Captain Anderson when we get back on the ship. He might want to go and check these things out, and I don't necessarily know that he went and took a look at the computer there when he was in the office. He might have been busy enough with, you know, taking care of all the stuff we're taking care of.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
A little busy at the moment, dude, but what do you need?
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
I mean, I'll help you, but what's the problem?
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Oh,
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
They usually don't do that unless they have a really good reason.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
Okay, well, that's not correct. That's not right at all.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
And you're entitled to that, so I'll take care of this. Don't you worry about that. Let's see, we got some equipment out of that too. Cool. Phasic rounds, shield regenerator, armor piercing rounds. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. We don't need to fight anymore for right now, so that's good. Speak with Bosker. Investigate the system. Reporter's request. Yeah, we've got the OSD now for Miss Wong, so we can go and give that to her at any point. And we have to get back to the Citadel Tower. Oh, and Tali needs to have her level ups, or Tali. I mean, they kind of switch their pronunciations of her name as the series goes on, as dumb as that sounds. Okay, so we have 4 points. I can put a point into Sentinel to finally get Marksman. I definitely wanted that before I left the Citadel, at the very least, so that's why I'm getting that so quickly. So let's see. I can't get to Advanced Overload yet. I think a lot of the... Sorry, I'm just thinking aloud. I'm going to put another point into Electronics, even though I can't get to Advanced Overload this level yet anyway. And then we'll put another in Decryption. I want to try to get to Mastered Sabotage and Overload as quickly as I can. Not necessarily for the damage, but for another reason that I'll explain in a little while when it becomes pertinent. Garrus, why don't you put a couple into Tarian Agent? Why don't you put... Let's see, that'll unlock Assault Training, right? And Assault Training gets you... Oh, that's not the one for Medium Armor for you. Which one gets you Medium Armor? Oh, this one does. Get you Medium Armor. Put one into Tactical Armor so that way you can get access to that. And, let's keep his Sabotage up, more for the damage than for anything else. I also want to get him to Damping relatively soon because it's a really good ability. it'll make him useful in pretty much every mission that we go into, because he can shut down, as it says, shuts down enemy tech and biotic abilities. So there's that. Now for Tali. I'm not going to have her use shotguns, as hysterical as it is for a Quarian to be running around with a shotgun. Not going to have her use it. I'm pretty much just going to get her to marksman and call it a day for her guns, like forever. Because she's more useful, essentially, as a tech unit, just straight up tech. So that's just how I'm going to roll with her, I think. How do I want to do this? What did I put in for Garrus? He's at 5. Okay, so we'll do 5 for that. We'll get you decryption, electronics, and don't want to get her hacking. Quicker. Hacking isn't quicker. Damping is actually quicker, so I think we'll get closer to damping. Yeah, that works for me. And we're still working on that. I'm thinking about this now. It might be a better idea to do this after we go back to the tower, but we'll see what Bosker says about this whole thing when we go there. And if he provides any difficulty, we will come back, because, well, there's a reason why we'll come back. And actually, well, will I be able to do that? I'm not sure if I will, but we'll see once I get back from the Citadel Tower if he doesn't cooperate.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
At ease, sir. I'm not here to be, you know, army debriefed or anything like that. I'm actually here for a friend, a mutual friend, I guess you could say.
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
So, what kind of weapons are we talking here? Like, organic killing weapons, or...?
You think that her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks.
Oh, man.
Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
This is a tough position, because it's a matter of one person who is, you know, she's dead and her husband would like to have her back, but she is highly valuable to our knowledge and our ability to defend against other attacks. And of course, as we all know, Shepard understands the value of a life, but she will go out of her way to make sure that the maximum amount of innocent people are you know, saved from these sorts of attacks. So, although really, there were more people in the 212 than just Serviceman Bhatia. There have to have been more samples than just her.
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. So how long are you planning on holding her for?
How long do you think this research is gonna take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a long time. And what are you expecting to find?
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
A few years is a long time, man, for this sort of a result. Because the Geth are attacking right now. We need that technology right now. This is a tough situation. I think I'm going to try to tell Samesh that she's valuable to the Alliance. I think that's what I'm going to do.
I'll tell Mr. Bhatia about this. It might make it easier for him to understand.
I doubt that,
Thank you. I appreciate that. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
It will do. He's not going to be happy about this, but... Again, It's all about maximizing minimizing the mortality rate of innocent people. And if one person can save more lives in death than she could in life, I feel like it doesn't make it easier, but I'm not sure. Well, we're going to see what he says.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
Well, see, there's a little wrinkle in the whole mess here.
It's not as simple as I'd hoped. The military needs your wife's body for important tests.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests?
Well, hold on.
My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
Hold on. Let me just clarify this whole thing for you, Mr. Bhatia.
Mr. Bhatia, your wife died defending humanity. We still need her help.
What right does the military have to hold her body? She's already given her life.
I know she's given her life, but she'll save more people in death than she will in life. And yeah, actually, on top of that, she did this to save other people's lives. Now she can save more lives.
She died a hero, Mr. Bhatia. And now she has a chance to save even more lives.
I know it's not easy, but...
It doesn't matter. She's dead. I just want her to come home. I miss her so much.
I know.
Let them run their tests. Let my wife save lives so that others are spared the loss I feel today. Goodbye. Thank you for finding me answers.
I know it's not what he wanted to hear, but... she's going to save a lot of people. And we have to make sure that she's remembered for that. We're not going to bother walking to the Citadel Tower because I don't think anything important happens between here and there now. So we are actually finally going to get this tutorial arrow out of my way. And we're going to head to the Citadel Tower. Okay, here we are. And, great, screen's still loading in. That doesn't bode well. Anyway, we should probably check in with the captain because he's probably aware of what's going on and whether or not they've started yet. How's it going in there, Captain?
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarian's evidence to the Council.
Alright, good. Let's make sure we're there for it.
Major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
Well, how about that?
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
Good.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
She a friend of yours?
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
Well, that's no good.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Surprisingly little.
Was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
And it seems like the Geth would like to bring them back.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
No, we don't have any hard evidence on it yet.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be.
Why?
Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence?
Because they're perfect killers.
We'd have found something.
If they're perfect killers, they wouldn't leave any evidence behind that they killed everyone. Isn't that the point? Don't be an idiot.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
Okay, so we'll go after him.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander.
Well, that's a 180.
A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
Either way, he's, yeah, we can't say we've seen them because that's just going back to the vision, and the vision, not good evidence, so. it doesn't matter really what they are. Saren is a threat, and we need to go after him, but...
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
But he still has the Geth.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
That's not a good idea either.
A fleet cannot track down one man.
Yeah.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
You're gonna make me do this, aren't you? That's what you're implying, anyway.
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
Maybe not, but hey, we have the stealthiest ship in the galaxy, and we know exactly what his motives are and potentially where he's going. So I think this is your only way out, Mr. Turian Counselor, sir.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Except me. I don't like it, but, you know, it's what's best for the galaxy. So, whatever.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Guess we're beyond arguing this case now, huh? Here we go.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Will do.
I'll find him.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Alright, so.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Alright, thanks guys. I'll check in with you later. Oh, I haven't gotten those trophies on this one yet. This
I thought the
PS3.
Ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
We don't have any evidence exactly yet, so...
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
And so we have unlocked Spectre training as an ability now. And we also have more Charm and Intimidate bonuses now because of our induction as a Spectre. So if you look at the squad menu now, you will see Shepard has this whole Spectre training thing down here, which is a really nice thing to invest in because you get Unity, which lets you restore any fallen squad members with a good amount of health and shields. Pretty nice. I'll be investing in it later. And we also got a bonus for being inducted into the Spectres. So now our charm is at 5, which is really nice. It'll help with a lot of important decisions that we're going to have to make. I still want to invest in it, though, because it's... having it as high as possible will allow me to open up a lot more dialogue conversations with other NPCs. So I'm going to invest in it at some point. For now, I think I'm going to get Advanced Overload, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to get Advanced Overload now. because it will, like I said, I want to get to Master Decryption and Electronics, or Master Sabotage and Overload for a specific reason. We'll get into that later. But for now I want to invest in those, because we're not going to really have to worry too much about dialogue options for a while, because our charm is at 5. So, and for one of these levels I'm going to put another point into charm so that my charm is at 6. Anyway, so that's how that's all going to work. But yeah, we are quite a bit more powerful now that we have gotten our Spectre abilities unlocked, and we'll only get a little more powerful as we go, because we now have access to some really important equipment that we couldn't buy before. Let's get damping for Tali, and let's get damping for Garrus. Why not? Just in case, so that way I can use both of them for... It gives Tali some reason to be there for a biotic mission if for some godforsaken reason I decide to take her on a mission with a bunch of biotic people, but it also helps her out with enemies that use Sabotage or Overload or anything like that. Those are, especially Sabotage. Sabotage is really annoying. Overload not so much, because I can just put a barrier up, but Sabotage is pretty annoying because then you can't shoot your guns, and that just gets bad, especially if I've used all my powers.